All right, in part C of example 4, I'm going to do the same thing that we did before. I'm going to use definition 2 of the derivative to find the slope of the tangent line at this point. So our function is the square root of x, and the point is 4 comma 2. So remember, the slope of the tangent line is just the derivative at the x value here, 4. So the limit as h approaches 0, right, of, I'm just going to write it out, f at 4 plus h minus f at 4 all over h, right? Okay, so limit as h approaches 0. I have to remember to carry that along. And so now I'm just going to write out what is x, f of h, 4 plus h, right? I'm just going to substitute 4 plus h in for x. So I get the square root of 4 plus h, okay? And then minus f of 4. Now f of 4 is just the square root of 4, which is 2. And then h is h. All right. Now, we need to figure out what to do with this, right? We have to simplify it in order to take the limit. So what am I going to do here? So if you recall, when we did some of these algebraic limits, we did some examples where we had a square root like this, and we multiplied by the conjugate, all right? And we are using the fact that the difference of two squares, let me write it down here. If we have a squared minus b squared, that's equal to a plus b times a minus b, okay? So the conjugate of the square root of 4 plus h minus 2 is the square root of 4 plus h plus 2. Okay, and that way when we FOIL this out, we FOIL these two things out, the middle term will go away and we get the difference of two squares. But we have to multiply by 1, right? Because we don't want to change the value of this function, right? So we have to, if we multiply, we have to multiply by 1, right? So this is going to be 4 plus h plus 2 on the denominator. Okay? All right. And so let's see, what do we get here? The limit as h approaches 0. And, okay, so we have the difference of two squares here, right? And what we're going to get is the first term squared, and that's just going to be, we're squaring a square root, so we're just going to get 4 plus h, and then minus the second term squared, which is just going to be 4. Ooh, that's neat, right? And then in the denominator we have h times the square root of 4 plus h plus 2. Okay, now you can see what's going on here. The 4 and the minus 4, that's just 0. And then what do we have left? I'm going to write this again. Limit as h approaches 0. And all we have left in the numerator is h, but then we also have an h in the denominator times this square root of 4 plus h plus 2. Okay, those h's will cancel now. And now, let's see, oops, let's write down what we have left. A limit as h approaches 0 of 1 over the square root of 4 plus h plus 2. All right, now I can just do a direct substitution. And I get 1 over, I get 4 plus 0, the square root of 4 plus 0, right? So that's just 2 plus 2, which is 4. All right, that's cool. All right, so we have the derivative at 4. That is the derivative at 4, and that is the slope of the tangent line to this function square root of x at 4 comma 2. All right, I'll see you in the next video.